Do you conduct a business in the Plenty Valley or surrounding area? If so, consider Plenty Valley FM 88.6 for your business promotion. Our rates are reasonable and results positive. Call 9404 2111 during business hours for more information.
We're here, Charlene, and thank you very much for putting us through. We're coming from the Kallo Town Centre, based in the centre of the little area of Kallo at the moment. And Craig, there's quite a number of stores going to be in here, aren't they?
Yes, they're looking at a few different ones at the moment, and of course we've got great coffee here from Claire's Coffee, which is very nice, so we're thank them for that. This is going to be a really growth area in the next few years, and they're going to have a few different stores around. We've got a number of ones there called Snap Fitness, so that some of the younger guys can come down and get fit. There's going to be Aspire as well. Chemist Warehouse is going to be here in a little while as well. So, and also I think Grilled is coming as well. Is that right? So we're going to have a few burgers and things like that coming very soon. So Kallo is, if people are not familiar with it, it's sort of between Donnybrook and I guess Wallen, I guess. And it's going to be the centre hub, I think, for the Cloverton area, which is coming up, which has been recently in the news, actually, locally, about where we're going to have three council areas looking after Cloverton. It's going to be Hume, Mitchell and also Whittlesea City Council as well. So it's going to be a huge area. It's going to be a big hub, CBD type hub in the near future. And we're lucky enough to be celebrating the Woolworths Kallo store opening.
And we've got a man that's running it, and that's Ruben. Good morning, Ruben.
Bill, good morning. Craig, good morning. Thank you for coming to Woolies Kallo Town Centre.
That's fine. Now, you've been involved for a number of stores over the years in the local area, from Mill Park to Wallen to Riverside? Rivergum, South Morang, and even our local one at Mill Park. So you've been involved in setting this store up for about 12, 14 weeks now or so?
Yeah, around about 12 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many people are employed on a weekly basis to keep this facility running?
Bill, so to set up this project and put the store together, we utilised about 30 team members. So from 4 weeks, from when handover happened, there was 30 of us working tirelessly to put together what you guys see this morning. But during that process, I recruited 140 team members, many of whom live within the Kallo community.
And what's the training process you have to go through? Yeah,
so we went through an extensive recruitment process. We obviously wanted to advertise within the community and then advertise internally, because many internal team members live within the area, so we wanted to capture existing team members who wanted to be part of our project here at Kallo Town Centre and get some new and fresh faces for Woolies as well.
So 140 people on a weekly basis roll through, and I noticed that how much effort is looked at in terms of the demographics of the area that you have, about what the products that you put into the place.
Yeah, so we put in a bit of effort behind there in establishing, which community predominantly lives in the area. So during the recruitment process, engaging with the community, the Indian community is heavily populated.
Yep, and because I noticed right opposite us, there's an aisle that looks like it goes for about 100 metres.
That's exactly right, yeah. So that section that you see from here is our international section, and caters for authentic international, Asian, Middle Eastern and ethnic Indian range, which we're proud to have because it will definitely be a winner for the community.
Do you have to do a taste test of everyone before you put it on the shelf?
Absolutely.
We put all the really hot spices on the top shelf.
Ruben's top shelf is bare at the moment. The whole setup of the or the store itself, you've got any special services that you provide?
Yeah, look, our shining star of the store is our direct-to-boot service.
What's that?
direct-to-boot service is an offer that you place online and you approach the store. You can access it from Cassette Street, just behind us here. We've got 4 spacious bays. You drive up, you notify our team that an order is placed and you'd like it delivered, and they place it straight to your bed.
It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, from all the pandemic journey we've all been on it, that's been sort of a positive thing, isn't it? I mean, that's a convenience for customer.
Craig, our online offer is the fastest growing category within our supermarket, and we offer different types of products. This store here has got direct to boot and crowd delivery, so we're both very proud to have, and will definitely be a winner here for the store and the community.
Crowd delivery, what's that? Is that different?
It's like crowdfunding.
Yeah, right. It's like group bookings or something.
Yeah. So crowd. So we utilise our Uber drivers as well to deliver to, and then we've got Express as well, which is coming soon to the store. Not live yet.
Right.
Crikey. And with the store to boot, what's the time cycle between placing the order and being able to pick it up?
Yep, so we've got different windows to pick from, depending on what your lifestyle's like. So if you're a younger family and you're working during the day, you could place an order and delivery window to pick up after work or after you've done school pickups. You notify us through an app. Our team know to go and collect your shopping, and they meet you at our
parking bays.
I've always been fascinated how that works. Like someone actually just goes through, and almost like the old traditional way, we used to have a written shopping list. You go through each aisle and pick out whatever it is. And I guess there's an iPad or something like that. They just tick off the items as they go.
It's all, you can access
it.
You can access it the leisure of a mobile phone. Yeah, so you just download the Woolies app, and it's got the entire range that we can offer in store as well as online as well.
Wow,
fantastic!
And it's a pretty big store. How many different are they departments or what do you call them?
Yeah, they are departments. Yeah, so this particular store caters for 7 different departments, and it's looked at by department managers as well. So I'm the store manager here, and I've got a great leadership team that work for me, and 8 department managers who make this place look amazing each day.
Great.
You were mentioning before trying to get into the local community. Obviously, it's still emerging, but you're talking about getting some of the local community sporting clubs and things like that involved in the store. So tell us a little bit about how that conversation sort of going.
Craig. So, when I got appointed into the role, I was real keen to engage with the community. So we... myself and the assistant store manager here, Trent, we went and engaged with the sporting club just across the road from here, Hume Bombers. I spoke to their president and told them that we want to get behind events they've got going and to establish a relationship. They're called Kallo Knights as well, the basketball team, and the Gallagher Plain Primary School is a couple that we've spoken to, and we've established a relationship which I'm sure it's going to prosper going forward.
Now the Hume Bombers, are they the number 1 ticket holder for you now, or do you have to change colours?
No,
what's going on?
I'm signed up to the Hume Bombers. Otherwise, I'm a Western Bulldogs fan.
So the different leagues, eh? Yeah.
That's correct.
Fantastic.
And the Hume Bombers have only just started their junior program, I think, as well, from memory.
I believe so.
Yeah,
and we'll definitely be getting behind, and it'll be cool. They play both Saturday and Sunday here.
Awesome. Good stuff. Oh, wow. So you can come down and check us out here at the Kallo store opening. We're here from around about now until around about 2 o'clock. So it's great to see you here, Ruben, and it's great testament to how you actually put that together. I mean, you've got the 4 weeks just to get it all up and running and put it all together, and just an amazing turnaround. I can't believe how quickly it gets all put together.
Yeah, Craig, look, it was fast paced. There were some long touring days, no doubt, but I couldn't be more proud. We launched it, opened, cut the ribbon on Thursday, and it's come up a treat. Come and check it out.
Very good.
All right, where are we? What's the address?
Number 44 Toyon Road.
Toyon Road. Toyon.
That is correct.
And being a radio station, the direct to boot comes in Cassette Road. So that's good. See?
That's exactly right.
Going back to the future.
Exactly. Fantastic. All right, thank you, Ruben, and we'll be talking to more people in the next couple of hours, and thank you very much, and hope you enjoy your new studio, so to speak.
And we'll test Ruben when he comes back a little bit later to see if all those answers all the other team members have given the correct ones.
Looking forward to it, gentlemen. Thank you very much for attending, and my team will definitely pass the test, no worries.
Thank you.
Ruben. Thanks, mate.
Ruben.
Cheers.
Thanks, Craig. And it's back to you in the studio. Thanks, Charlene.
This is Charlene from Australian Sessions, and this is your local station, 88.6 Plenty Valley FM. We are now going to head back to the Kallo Town Centre.
Thanks, Charlene. We're live from the Kallo Town Centre, and we're talking to Caitlin with a C.
Hi.
And Ruben indicated to us that there was a store-to-car boot service. Now, I don't do the shopping much at home, but I know I've had to drive the car to a place and they put the stuff in the back.
Yep.
How does this all work?
Yeah, so basically people can use the Woolworths app or they can use the Woolworths website. They can pick a store, they can pick a time, and then it will drop into our system. And then once it's dropped into our system, we have an app. It's called ECF.
Right.
And then that sends us through the store, where to go,
Yep.
what items to pick and things like that. And then we get that all organised. We store it in our online room. So we have an online fridge and
Got
online freezer.
A special room?
Yep, so we
Yep.
have a room purely dedicated for the online.
Yep.
And then once that's picked and we've dispatched it, all the items are all picked, a customer will get a text message that says that their order is ready to pick up. After that, we get notified that the customer is on their way. We can then get all of the things ready for that customer. We put it on a dolly, and then when they're here, they click another prompt, and then it tells us that we're here, and then we go out and then put the items in their boot.
Have you ever had a situation where someone turned up and it's not their store? Like, I know sometimes there's a few of these around different areas. We're here a little bit central, it's the one, but get situations where they've gone to the wrong store and picked up the wrong goods, or how did that get resolved?
It's pretty easy to make sure people don't pick up the wrong goods because we confirm by name.
Okay.
So who's coming? We get first names and last names when they pick up.
Right.
So we can confirm with them like that. So we always, when they come, be like, hey, is this the order for Craig?
Yep.
And then, that's how we can confirm that for them. People sometimes do go to the wrong stores when there is a lot in the same area. But it hasn't really happened a lot. I don't think it'll happen out here.
I was going to say,
We're the only ones here.
I was going to say, because it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I get into the director boot and say, oh, I forgot to put the milk on the list. Can you go and get something?
Yeah.
That probably happens a lot, I suppose.
Yeah.
Now what happens, you've got the dry food stuff, and then you've got the dairy, and then you've got your frozen.
Yep.
How do you manage that?
Yep. What do you mean, how do we manage
How do we manage that? You go and pick all the items off your shopping list.
Yep.
What happens to the dairy and the frozen stuff while you're waiting for the customer to turn up?
Yep, so we put them all in their individual totes. So we have a trolley that we push around the store that has 6 totes on them.
Yep.
We put labels on front of them, so that will have the customer's name, and then it'll have a number for the customer, which identifies their order. After that, we store them in the fridge, in the freezer, on the shelving, and then when that customer comes, so say you've placed an order, your order could be the 5th order for the day, so any totes that have the number 5 on it, I know that they're all for you.
Right.
So, yeah.
So I'm number 1. And what's the time length between putting your order in and being able to pick it up?
It's anywhere, it depends when you order, because you can order whenever you want. So you could order at 9 a.m. and come and pick it up at 8 o'clock at night if you want.
Right.
You could also order at 9 a.m. for 12
Yep.
p.m. So there is no rapid option right now.
Yep.
We are going to have milk run and we are going to have like crowd delivery, which is partner deliveries. So they pick up next week on Wednesday. That's more the rapid option that we'll have.
Right.
And that's about a 90-minute turnaround.
So you can't drive home on the freeway here, on the Hume freeway. Oh, I need to put the shopping list in and start doing it. The passenger does it on the phone.
Yeah.
And you arrive. Oh, it's not here.
Yeah.
It's not that quick, right?
No, it's not that quick, not right now.
Yeah.
So there is stuff in the works and stuff is coming. They're constantly improving their online systems, so that will come into effect, I'm fairly sure, like some point next year. They're looking to launch that.
Wow.
So, yeah, so at the moment it's about a 3-hour rolling. So
That's pretty good.
just because we're a new store, we've got to ease into it.
Yeah, makes sense.
So can I order for sometime today for a pickup tomorrow?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, so you can order whenever. If I want to order for next Sunday, I can do that.
Oh,
So,
right.
Yeah.
It's a convenient option, isn't
Right,
it?
exactly.
Yeah. Very organised.
But I don't think I'll come across from Greensboro.
Well, you can as well. If you know that you're going to be in a certain area at a certain time, you don't have to order within the postcode that you're currently at. So,
right.
yeah, if I was in Greensboro and I knew that I was going to come here and work and I wanted to pick it up after my shift, then, I could place it for here.
Or like Denise, she lives in Greensboro, but she goes and does a lot of work in Kilmore
Yeah.
for looking
Drive
after.
all the way through?
She could do a drive-by.
Yeah, yeah.
So to speak.
That's what's good as well about the direct to boot. So we actually have a drive-through instead of a drive-up. So
Oh,
we
right.
drive through the whole thing, so there's no reverse parking or any of those things, and the whole thing is completely undercover as well, which makes it a lot easier
awesome.
for customers and team.
Well, we've driven into the car park here. Is
Yep.
it out in the car park out the front, or is it?
Yeah, so if you go all the way around to the back of the car park, you'll
Yep.
see the green lines that are on the bitumen. Yeah, you follow those and it takes you straight through, and then, literally like a drive-through.
I reckon even you could follow a green line, Bill.
Yeah,
I'm
bright
always-
green line on the ground.
I was always following the steel line.
What's the most exciting thing you've seen in the store so far? It's been quite new, and you've got some new people.
Well,
Yeah,
meeting
I
new
think-
people probably is a good
the
thing.
boot to
Yeah.
store is a unique thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
I love the online room. It's massive. They
Yeah.
gave us heaps of room, which is really nice. It's just really nice and shiny.
Yeah.
It's just, especially when you walk through the aisles, it's all completely stocked. It's very satisfying on the eyes. Like, just the whole experience has been amazing.
And that's probably one of the better things about having a new store. They're fitting it out for future proofing. So, if you go to an older store, probably they don't have the online room quite as big or things like that. So they've actually made it.
Yeah, they've
for
kept
the
us in
future.
mind.
Yeah.
And how many of you are in the cool room?
Yeah, in the online room. So we currently have 13 team members. I'm the assistant manager, and then we
Yeah.
have the online manager. So there's 13 team members that we have, and we're also hiring new team members at the moment.
They rotate on a 24-hour basis, so to speak.
Yeah, so our operation is 7 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Yep.
So that's pick up, ordering, everything that online offers.
Fabulous.
So 7 to 9, and then all the team members are here throughout the day, and
Wow.
7 days a week.
Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming
Thank
and
you
talk to
very
us
much.
about that service. And now I'll be able to get the grandkids to do the ordering online. and
Yeah,
I'll be able
download the app.
Yeah, and I can come and pick it up.
Yeah, definitely.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you.
Thanks, Caitlin. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much for giving us information on the store to boot process. So
Very
thank you very
No
much.
worries.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
And this is Bill and Craig going back to the studio to Charlene. Thank you very much to Charlene for...
Australian Sessions.
Yep, exactly.
What we're going to do now is we're going to head back to the Kallo Town Centre.
Thank you very much, Charlene. It's Bill and Craig here at the Kallo Town Centre. And we're talking with Gina. And Gina's from the Fruit and Veg Department.
Very important department, I dare say.
Oh, yeah. And coming up, different seasons, coming out of spring into the summer fruits and
That's
veggies.
correct.
Yep. And how do you keep them so fresh? And does this also translate in keeping them fresh at home as well?
Yes, it does. So we always rotate our stock, and 1 minute. So we always rotate our stock, anything that's poor quality or not up to standards.
Yep.
We have a compost bin where we put it in, and we actually have a farmer who takes it as well. So
right.
feeding it to his animals and things like that. So we're actually not putting anything to waste,
Right.
which is really good. Yeah, so like I said, we just rotate everything. Even our cool rooms are up to standards as well. Always clean in the back too.
Yeah, and we've got a Asian food, Indian food, international food aisle here. Do you have the similar thing in the fruit and veg section?
We have a macro section, organics.
Oh, right.
So not all the stores sell the same. So not all the stores have the same products.
Yep.
So it just depends on the area and sales as well, and what the environment is,
Yep.
the community and what
the
they
people want.
That's
Yep.
right. Yeah. So we have different varieties as well, and then we do have bok choy and things like that, like a Asian type of fridge, the section for that.
So do you get people coming up and saying, why haven't you got this type of carrot or this type of cauliflower or can you get... Sorry?
Lettuce. You can get
Lettuce.
lettuce
Yeah.
too,
Lettuce,
right?
yeah, there's 4 different kinds of lettuce as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just listen to our customers. So we have a program, an app where it's called VOC, Voice of Customers.
Yeah.
And we actually take that very seriously. So customers will list it, write down, give us feedback, and we work on that as well. So if there's something they're after in the shop and we don't sell it here, we can always request to range it and trial it out. And if it sells really good, we'll keep it. If not, then unfortunately it has to go.
What do you find is the most popular fruit and veg item that's purchased around the place?
Believe it or not, it's actually bananas.
Bananas.
Bananas are our highest seller.
Yep. High in
across all
potassium.
stores. Yes, that as well.
So bananas. So
Yes.
they're very much a seasonal fruit, aren't they?
They are,
Have
every
they
year.
They-
stocked all around?
Do you have 2 or 3 different varieties or just the one?
Oh, we've got different varieties. So we've got red tip bananas, kids bananas, organic bananas, and just your normal everyday bananas. And we've also got eat now or eat later bananas.
Yeah. And what's the sweet one?
The sweet one's the red tipped.
The red tip one, right. I like all bananas and I didn't know there was any difference. and you mentioned that there was, you have your bok choys and your other different, what would you call it, international cuisine style fruit and veg. And herbs,
Oh,
yeah.
Herbs are a good seller as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the most unusual item you've ever been asked for in the fruit and veg area?
Actually, don't know. I haven't come across that yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've always been able to satisfy people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, right.
Probably purple cauliflower, which is a thing.
Yeah.
But we don't, like I said, not all stores sell the same thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, probably purple cauliflower.
Oh, right.
I've always been intrigued how you keep it fresh with the sprinkler system or the watering
Yes.
system you got in there. Some of those vegetables.
It's called misting, isn't it?
Yeah, misting. Yeah,
Yep.
what's that all about? Tell us how that works.
So the misting, it's like a mist on top of the fridges. It
Yeah.
just works automatically to keep everything all fresh.
Okay.
Recycles?
Yes, it recycles, and we've also got a hose in the fridge as well, where we just spray it with water to keep it fresh too.
Oh, good.
right.
Yeah.
I've always wondered because I always go past and always get these little, cool. Go
Yeah.
past the fridge, it's really cool. What's
Go-
going on?
Go past the butter and the margarine area.
It's always
It's a
chilly
chill
as
out
well.
area, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it
How was it in your section yesterday? Was it nice and cool?
It was. Yeah, the fridges are pretty cool.
And how many different products do you have in the fruit and veg area?
Maybe over 100
Wow.
different lines.
And how do you keep track of them all?
Yeah.
You've got to be walking the floor constantly.
Pretty much, yeah, and just scan everything. And we do counts, we check out all our stock at night at 6 p.m.
Yep.
So that's where we do all our counts. We scan anything that's low or empty.
Yep.
And all our load
that comes
so
in.
that comes in, yeah. So it goes based off our counts.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that is the stock coming in every day?
Yes, so we have stock that comes in every day.
Right.
And we always, like I said, rotate. So we put all our old stock first and then our new.
Yeah.
I noticed there's a lot of the young families coming through the store
Yes.
as well. I noticed there's even a section over there in the fruit and veg area around school kits.
Yes.
So what's the perfect school kit? Do they come pre-packaged, or you got to go and find different school items to put in the lunchbox?
So we actually...
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do have a pre-pack section. So for like, we've got kids bananas that come in a 5-pack.
Okay.
Kids fruit as well. We also have free fruit for kids when families come in for like the kids.
Because I'm finding after the pandemic, they're all getting a bit fussy now what they're getting in their lunch boxes now.
Yeah.
They think that the whole school's a kitchen for them. And it's like, they come here and got a school kit. They'll just pick it up and away I go.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that idea. I want to go and check that out a bit later. My two girls will love that.
And how many people do you have in your fresh fruit food section?
So we usually have about 2-3 people working. Depends on our load sizes. And we just go based off that.
Right, and overall in the store, you've got 2 or 3 each shift. How many overall do you have in the fresh fruit area?
A total of 4 people.
4 people?
4 across the week.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Very busy.
Yeah.
What's your background in fruit and veg?
My background?
Yeah.
So as in like my position?
Yeah.
So I'm the produce 2IC, so I'm second in charge. So
Yep.
when my department manager's not here, that's when I look after the shop.
He's overlooking after fruit and veg at the moment, is he?
Sorry, no.
No, that's why you got the job to come and talk to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, right. Because it's a pretty big section.
It is. It's a huge section.
Yeah. And what do you like about it?
I just love working, like the customers, they're just really great.
So the bit you like is the interaction with all your customers. Yeah. Right. That's fantastic. And have you got any good recipes?
No, I don't.
Who does the cooking at home?
My husband.
Who does the shopping?
I
My
do.
husband.
I shop, he cooks.
That's a good arrangement, I think.
Yeah.
Very good. Although he probably says, can you go and get that purple cabbage that you don't have anymore and go and get it?
Yeah.
And then you come back, haven't got it.
You
Sorry.
bring home the purple cabbage and he says, what do I do with this? Right.
And you're a local as well yourself, Gina?
No, I'm not a local, so I'm from the northern suburbs. I live around the Epping area.
Oh, right.
It's quite a nice drive to come to, and I love the store as well. It's really great.
We were saying to Ruben before, it's almost against the peak hour traffic of a morning as
That's
well.
true.
So it's a nice little leisurely drive up here to Kallo.
That's true, yeah.
Straight onto the freeway and then off at Donnybrook Road?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's good. And how long have you been associated with this store?
Just for a week. I've only been here for a week.
Here a
Yeah,
week. Oh, you've picked
Starting
it
to
up
get
pretty
everybody.
quick.
Yeah, so I'm picking up on everything.
Oh, great.
Have you had other stores as well before this one?
I have. So
Okay.
I started at Epping Plaza.
Yep.
I've been with the company for 8 years,
Yep.
and I've been working in food and veg for 1 year.
Okay.
Right.
So I worked in other departments beforehand.
What's the benefit of the fruit and veg against the other departments you've worked with?
It's not easy, but also not hard. It's the smaller department, so it's easier to manage,
Right.
which is really good.
And the customer interface you said before was something you really enjoyed as well. Great.
Yeah.
And getting to know some of some of the local staff who are employed through here, getting to get some new friends together and new work colleagues, and it sounds like a really good team environment. Looks like at the moment, anyway. With what we've
It's
seen.
great environment.
Yeah.
Good staff as
Yeah.
well.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming and giving us an idea of what's in the fruit and veggie department, and good luck with your rotation.
Thanks. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Gina. It's Bill and Craig handing back to Charlene in the studio. Thank you very much.
FM. This is Charlene from Australian Sessions. What we're going to do now is we're going to head back to the team at the Kallo Town Centre.
Thank you very much, Charlene. We're sitting here at the moment looking at all the people coming in and out, and we have a young lady sitting with me, and it's Bhavika, and she's the
Fresh manager at
fresh
Kallo.
fresh manager, and that covers meat, fish, dairy,
And deli.
And deli stuff, yeah. Well, we're also putting it to the test about what can we set up for the Cup Carnival, which is on at the moment. I think there's a Caulfield Cup today.
Yes.
Yes, so the Caulfield Cup and the Melbourne Cup's coming up. What sort of food can we put together here to have a great event?
Oh, the first thing that comes up on my mind is the excellent platters that we make here at Kallo. So the seafood platters, hot food platters, or Mediterranean platters, wrap platters.
Wow.
You say it and we make it.
Wow.
Well, you make it up
To order.
Make
to
it
order.
to order.
Oh, wow.
Make it to order, yeah.
Fantastic.
Wow. And so it's how many aisles do you look after?
So I've got a big coverage in my department.
Yeah.
So aisle-wise, it's just one aisle, but then I've got a meat department and I've got behind the counter,
Yeah.
and it's pretty big. It's a big footage.
Right.
And the community focus is obviously been a theme that we've run through a few of the people before us as well, and it obviously covers off meat and vegetables and seafood and all that sort of stuff. So
Yep.
you were talking before when we were having a bit of a chat about some of the specific meat products that are coming through specifically to cater to the local community.
Yes, so obviously keeping the community in mind, we have a range of halal products to cater for our customers who are looking for specifically halal products, and they don't have to go to specified butchers. They can now find it at our Kallo store. And we also have a huge range of poultry in meat. Considering the community.
Because the halal meat has to be certified, doesn't it?
It has to be certified,
So
yes.
the customers, I guess, question you about that, how you go about getting the product in?
So that all, obviously we work at the store level, but that's something that the head office, it controls.
Yep.
And yes, it is certified. We wouldn't do anything that is not legal and not compliant.
Yeah, how's it labelled?
So obviously it's there's a process behind it.
Yep.
And it comes through there's a compliance process that that's been followed.
Yep.
And it obviously is behind the scenes.
Yep. But it's labelled differently to other stock in the...
It is, it clearly says halal on it.
Yep.
Yeah, just to make it easy for our customers, yes. And it is a different section that we stock into, just so that we do not mix it with the other products.
Right. Bit like gluten-free stuff as well. We've got
That's
gluten-free products as well that are step aside. Similar thing for meat, where the halal certified products are in a different area.
In a different area, yes, that's right.
They have to be isolated, don't they?
They have to be isolated, yes.
Yeah, right. And you mentioned the platters and that for the Cup Carnival. I'm pretty sure we want to throw shrimp on the barbie too, don't we?
Seafood, yeah. Tell us about the seafood here.
All right, so we have a good range of seafood here, and we've got beautiful cooked prawns, we've got lobsters, lobster tails, we've got some fresh fish, salmon, whole barramundi, which is on specials this week as well. There's a lot of range to offer.
Ooh, I love
someone likes it.
Yeah, I love barramundi. Yeah.
Goes with a nice wine.
Exactly. and then we've got all the dairy which you can mix up and put on as a sauce as well, and cheeses.
We've got specialized cheese section, yes, which is just in front of the deli department, and we've got some really, really great variety of cheese in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what's your favourite cheese? She doesn't like it.
I am not a big fan of cheese. I'm really sorry to say this.
But you're a fan of dairy.
I am. I'm absolutely, yes, fan of my department.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You were saying before as well, again, going back to the local community, where there's particular types of milk that's available as well, and dairy products that are available for the community.
Yes, we do have a Middle Eastern section in my dairy department, where we actually cater for a lot of Indian food products and Middle Eastern food products, like, say, for example, Becca, for people who know it,
what's
Lebanon.
that?
So Becca is a brand, a Middle Eastern brand that makes, their products such as Lebanese and goat's milk. That's Aryan or something. Aryan is what they call it.
Yeah.
and it's absolutely a must for them. Like, it's like bacon and eggs over here.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it's something very similar for them. So we have that ranged in our store as well.
It's very specialised. So you kind of think about the Woolworths brand and most supermarket brands that have sort of the standard stock standard stock items that are available, but you guys have gone the extra level, I guess, in trying to get that local investment into it.
Yes, just to cater for the diverse community that we have here at Kallo, so that our customers are happy. Yeah.
Do you know how many different products you have to manage on a daily basis?
Oh my God, that's a tough question. I would say roughly 5,000 to 7,000. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crikey.
And how many people in your team?
I've got around roughly 25.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's all rostered 24 hours across the...
A 12-hour roster?
12, for the trading hours. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, right. Oh, so how's it been in the last couple of days in terms of product rotation?
Look, it has been really good. So we are still obviously learning the patterns of customers, what they're buying and things. But no, it's going really great. We've had a fantastic first day opening, and yesterday was not too bad either. And today being the weekend, we can see the footage walk-in. So it's really great to see.
So you've been really busy restocking?
Yes, I have been.
All right. How many years have you been involved in the food industry?
In the food industry, I would say around 17 years.
Wow. And
experience there.
And you've just changed roles.
Yes, I have changed roles. I used to be a customer service manager with Woolworths for around 11 years. And just last year, I somehow managed to become a fresh manager. And I'm absolutely loving it.
And a big difference?
There is a difference.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're enjoying the change?
I'm enjoying it, yes.
Yeah, building your... how can I put it? Building your experience.
Yes, that's right.
Great. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming in and giving us an idea. And we'll have to come and have a chat to you before we go about
absolutely
what I get for the cup weekend.
I will be waiting for you.
Thanks very much, Babika.
Thank you very much.
And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, this is Craig and Bill going back to the studio with Charlene.
Let's see if we can cross now to Kallo and our team out there.
Right, David, we're down here at the Kallo Town Centre, and we're on Tynan Road, and a corner of Tynan Road and Icarus Street in Kallo. And it's marvellous down here, seeing all the people walking through the place, and very lively, and the population in the area is very diverse. And
I feel like people are walking through and exploring the store. The store's only been up a couple of days now, so Thursday, Friday it opened. Today, sort of the big ticket day. Saturday, Sunday, come down when you got a bit of free time. Come down, check it all out. And there's plenty of things happening here at the Kallo Town Centre, and you can come down and check us out. And we're here for a little while longer, here till about 2 o'clock. And you can come out and check out what's happening in the local area. There's going to be a number of stores coming a little bit later on. We've got the Ferguson Blair Bakehouse, which is doing a roaring trade with staff and customers alike, I'm noticing. We've got a Chemist Warehouse coming up very soon. We've got a grill. We've got a fitness centre as well, Snap Fitness Centre as well. And I don't know if it's appropriate or not, but we're sitting right out front of the BWS. So when we finish up today, we've got a
we'll be talking with
place
Richard.
a place to do our post-broadcast debrief.
Debrief, yes. And in the present tense, we're in the dough.
We're in the dough. We're with Emma here from the bakery
department
at Woolworths. Hi, Emma.
Hi, thanks for having me, guys.
And you've been up early this morning.
Yeah, early morning this morning, getting all the fresh bread ready for everyone.
As most bakers are.
Yeah, 3 o'clock.
3 a.m.
I'd have to keep going from last night to be up at 3 o'clock. My goodness. And you've got a range of various bread products in there, and I was just looking at, there's one called Stone Baked, and there's so much variety in that at the moment. They're all all different bread, and different herbs and different spices in there. And you've got a whole lot of Turkish bread there as well, which I've never seen before. They're about 500 mil long and about 150 mil wide. So there's a whole range of different products there, and you make them all here.
Yeah, the stone-baked range is very popular. It consists of sourdoughs, paninis, the Turkish. You'll have to try it because that's one of the most popular. I guess you'll love that.
But I couldn't find the fruit bread one from the stone bake, which is the stone baked is what's that type of bread?
Sourdough.
Sourdough. That's all right. I'll walk you there after this.
Because my wife picked some up the other day, and she had a square loaf one, and she had the stone baked one. And the stone baked one was so much different and very fruity, and the flavours come, and plus the fact I do love that type of bread.
Very popular. Most people love that one thick sliced.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I can cut it myself thick. Yeah.
No, we can cut it for you, thick or thin.
Right. So there's a whole range of other products there as well, and most of them are made on site.
Yeah. Popular ones, our cream fridge lines, our mud cakes, decorated muds, Lamington cakes, etc.
And there's a roll there with hundreds and thousands on it.
Oh, wow. We're talking about Spring Carnival. That's a good one for the kids.
You don't like that one?
Of course I do. Number one fan.
My grandchildren would absolutely love it. Yeah.
So tell us a bit about your journey through Woolworths, Emma. So you've been in different departments, and you said before you've gone full circle from bakery back to bakery, but you've learned a few other aspects of the store management as well over time.
Yeah, I love that about Woolies. I've been with Woolies for 14 years. Bakery manager prior to having children, come back from maternity leave, done some other roles, deli manager, fresh manager, and turned back around to the best department, bakery, the one that smells good.
I was going to say, what attracts you to the bakery? Obviously not the long hours and the early morning starts.
The smell.
The smell.
The cookies baking.
The odour.
That's right.
So how do you 3 o'clock rising, or 3 o'clock starts?
3 o'clock rising. I see what you did there, bakery. Oh.
Yeah. So how do we cope with the kids?
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got a team at home, have you?
Yeah.
Team at work.
Hand over with the husband. Your shift, my shift.
Right. And the kids know you?
Pardon?
Do the kids know you anymore?
They get the afternoon shift, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, great.
You're a local in the area, Emma?
Wallen, actually.
Wallen's not far from here then.
10
so
minutes.
A few different stores on the way. So good opportunity to do a new startup from here.
Yeah, but it's so far it's a beautiful centre. Like it's just a nice vibe being in here, nice and bright and welcoming, and really looking forward to it.
You're finding a lot of customers coming up to you already and asking for particular types. I think some of the other departments have said they're doing sort of the customer value surveys as they go along and find out, if there's something missing to bring it in and make it.
Absolutely, and just getting to know what products they're all loving the most, so that we can make them easy to display, have them on show for them.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. And what do you take home of a night time to eat for the kids?
Cookies.
Cookies.
Bit biased.
Right, which ones?
The Choc Chunk. Favourite, the 5-pack. They're the big giant ones with the big chocolate chunks. They're quite new. They haven't been around that long, but they're delicious.
Yeah, I've had some too.
Oh.
Yes.
As long as you bought them from me.
No, I haven't had a chance yet, so I'll have to come and see you later on.
See me.
Yeah. So how many in your department?
About 10 team members and 2 bakers.
2 bakers. Yeah. So do you bake morning and evening or just morning?
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, morning. Bakers are in there bright and early. Getting everything ready for the day.
How do you keep it all fresh? Obviously, some of the breads may not go on the day they're produced. I guess there's a bit of turnover.
No, in-store bakery is all baked fresh daily.
Perfect.
That's not carried over at all.
Yep.
Oh, right. So there's no old stock in there.
No, that's definitely fresh daily.
Wow.
What do you do with the stock that doesn't get sold on the day then? Is it to the local charities? Or?
That's a great question. We have a farmer come and collect the bread so that it doesn't go to waste. So they actually use it for their animals and they come and pick that up daily too. So it really benefits them and it's good for us as well.
Giving back to the local community, which is good. Fantastic stuff.
Right. Good. And what's the best bread you make?
Thinking.
That's the fruit bread. The fruit one, obviously.
The fruit breads are nice, yeah.
I'll have to come round and really find some and take some home with me.
Spicy fruit loaf.
Yeah, spicy
Number
fruit
one.
loaf. That's
You'll
it.
love it.
Yeah. And what's a good bread for bacon and eggs? All of them.
I am partial to a bit of sourdough with some bacon and eggs. I am a fan of that.
Yeah.
And the school lunches.
The white bread, just normal white tin loaf. Can't go wrong, the kids.
Not the flat hamburger buns.
No, you've got to give the kids just a normal slice of bread, I think.
That's right. Tell us a bit about
peanut butter and bread.
That's it.
Do you know if there's any programs for, like, I know there's a lot of apprentice bakers out there, younger people coming through and doing the apprenticeship sort of stuff. Do you bring younger people through in the bakery department as well?
Yeah, Woolies has a cadetship program going at the moment for people who are interested in learning baking.
Yeah.
Fantastic program where they receive training so that they can, learn the skills of baking.
Wow, okay. Yes, and not just the smell, but actually the making of it and things like that. That's what sort of people sort of get drawn to.
Yeah, they do.
That sort of reward about preparing food locally, particularly in this local community too.
Yeah.
A lot about family food preparation and things like that. So preparing it locally and giving it locally, eating it locally.
Yeah.
I think it's all good.
Have you got a bread maker at home?
Absolutely not.
You must stay as far away from bread as possible.
I thought he was at home.
No, that's me.
Oh, fabulous.
And a nice little commute from Wallen then, against the traffic, getting you here.
Yeah, it's beautiful. There's no traffic. There's honestly no traffic at all anymore. But
not at 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, they've done well with that slip lane. There seems to be no traffic. I haven't really seen any yet. And on the community page, people are raving that, it seems to have cleared up a lot.
Excellent.
Oh, great.
Good stuff. And this area is going to be growing quite significantly over time, so it's a really good time for this one to open and sort of get that sort of local community feel, get everyone into this one, and this is going to be sort of a central point I can see from some of all the growth areas out there, all the stores and houses and all that sort of coming up the north.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you, Emma, and it's good to see that you're still awake at 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Absolutely.
Shift's over. Thanks, guys.
The shift's over and finished.
Thanks very much, Emma, and congratulations on having a great little section out there that you can find just about everything you need.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Come see me at the bakery.
Yeah. Thanks,
right.
Emma.
This is Bill and Craig handing back to the fifth Beatle, David Nicholas, in the studio at Mill Park. Thank you.
Now I'm hoping we can reconnect with Kallo Town Centre and our team out there.
Hi, David. We're here at the Woolworths. Hello, David. Can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you. And we've had a lot of queries about from hungry listeners enjoying the bakers section.
Hungry listeners? Absolutely. There's plenty of food to be had down here. So come down and say hello to us. We're at the Kallo Town Centre, and that's located at Tyon Road and Icarus Street in Kallo. And the store we're celebrating today is at Woolworths here. It's open from 7 till 10, 7 days a week. And we've been rotating through a number of the service departments here at the Woolworths. And the Kallo Town Centre is going to certainly increase over time. We've got Aspire as well coming through, which is a early education and kindergarten centre. We've got Chemist Warehouse as well, which is coming down here, grilled. And for those who want to burn off all their calories from all their food, there's also a Snap Fitness branch as well that's going to be proposed in this area. We're in basically the Kallo Town Centre, which is going to be the hub for the future Cloverton suburb and surrounds, and that's going to be a huge mini CBD area, and that's going to have a lot of different housing and growth areas in the state, and it's going to be managed jointly. There's been some news through the week around this area being managed with 3 councils, with the Hume City Council, the Mitchell Shire Council, and also the City of Whittlesea, who are going to be going through and growing this area into a real hub in the next few years or so. And there's going to be a lot of industry out here as well, so lots of young families coming through the area as well. So it's the Kallo Town Centre in Kallo.
And Craig, we've got a special guest here with us at the moment, and his name's Nick. That's what it says on his badge.
How you going?
Hi, Nick. How are you?
Yeah, good.
And you're looking after the specialty items, and particularly the main aisle there, which is number 7, which we can see is looking at the Asian, Indian, and international foods. So you're catering for a different group of people.
Yeah, it's fantastic coming here. We're looking at just a lot of different lines for, anyone wants to try something new. I love that aisle.
Yeah.
I go down there, I call it the inspiration aisle.
Yeah.
You go down
and home?
Yeah, but I'm cooking at home and I'm like, well, what am I going to have for dinner? I go down aisle 7.
Yeah.
And it's something new every day.
It's been quite popular, actually. I've seen a lot of people who actually go through there and actually look at it now. There's probably half a dozen people just in that aisle alone. So lots of interest in that area, particularly from the local area. Obviously, I've done a little bit of research around the area. The local regional managers and things like that have probably done that research around the local community.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if you walk around the store, we've got Diwali coming up, and so we've got some really great Indian lines that we can purchase at the moment that just special for this event.
Yeah,
which is fantastic.
Coming up next week, is that right? Next week,
I believe so. Yeah.
And what are you taking home tonight?
I haven't decided yet. I made a Thai curry last night. So
red or green?
I went green. I do love my green. Bit of eggplant in that, bit of chicken. Fantastic.
Plenty of resource here to choose from.
It's fantastic. It's like the one-stop shop.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the area itself has got a demographic which is different to a lot of other suburbs around Melbourne.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really like a melting pot. And it's fantastic to see all the different cultures and everything coming together. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
And how do you know what to stock in this circumstances? It's difficult?
It's very difficult. So we sort of look around, we try to... It's nearly a guesswork, particularly as we open up, and it's just, really relying and hoping we get it right. If we don't, we'll stock something else and we'll really support the community. So,
have you had any sort of unusual requests so far that you haven't sort of been able to pinpoint where it might be?
Not yet. So I've been pretty lucky. As I said, I do spend a bit of time down that aisle just for personal use. So I've been pretty lucky with that.
Excellent.
And it's labelled as Indian and Asian food, so Asian food can cover a plethora of different cuisines, can't it?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So we... basic signage, but there's a lot of different ethnicities that we cater for, which is absolutely super. So it says only a couple of things, but it's got literally everything you need.
And what's your favourite rice?
I'm a pretty basic man. I'll just go with jasmine rice.
But it's the easiest one to make.
One of my team actually taught me how to make a really good coconut rice. So I've been doing that. Don't ask me the recipe. He's asked me not to tell anyone, so I'm sorry.
It's got the secret herbs and spices in it.
It is, and I don't want to be telling everyone that one.
I guess as well, coming into summer though, there'll be a lot of sort of intrigue in doing short, sharp, quick meals and international and Asian and international food. Sort of goes with that, doesn't it?
Yeah, and absolutely. And I don't know, hot weather, sometimes a nice hot curry is the perfect thing. It's one of my favourite things to do.
Yeah.
And how long does it take you to whip up a curry?
Me? Generally 30 to 40 minutes, depending though. So if I'm making it from scratch, I'll put it in the slow cooker, so it'll be 8 hours later.
Of course.
And Cup Day. You've got Caulfield Cup on today, and you've got the Cup Carnival coming up in early November. What's going to be your specialty in that period of time? something quick and easy to have all your friends around. What are you going to eat? What are you going to drink? And what are what are some of the things you can put on in that aisle?
A noodle share play, I reckon.
Well, the Chang's noodles go in a great salad, so it's a super summer one there. So Chang's noodles with the Chang sauce, would be a fantastic option with the warmer weather. So that's the go-to for me. It's always at the family events.
Yeah.
What if it's cold? A hot curry, yeah, right.
Yeah,
everything
simple.
Curry.
I just keep going. I love the curry, and I absolutely do. So
yeah, because the weather vagaries at the moment. We had 29 yesterday. We're down to 23. Later on next week, I think we're down colder again. So the vagaries of weather. So the food is variable, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it's sort of one of those. It is a bit of a guesswork, and we hope to get it right, but in an aisle like what I look after, it's like super easy because we've got a bit of everything. So it doesn't matter if it's too hot or too cold. We've got something to put on your plate, and you'll have a good meal.
Tell us about your Woolies journey then. How long have you been involved?
Yeah, so I've been at Woolies for now 10 years. Sort of floated around to multiple different stores, and find myself here, which is super exciting. Brand new store. Yes.
Setup would be an interesting thing, wouldn't it? I mean, something you probably didn't get to do with some of the established stores, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great opportunity, though. Like, coming into something like this, you're just so super lucky. So, yeah, super just happy to be here.
And a local into the area or a little bit further out?
I'm a bit further out.
Yeah. That's good.
But, can't miss out on this opportunity.
Yeah, awesome stuff.
And I notice on the shelving now, they've got, is it electronic
we've got electronic
tags?
tickets, which is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Like,
How does that work?
Well, they just light up and match up when they're... it's just so much simpler. So every day you're going to get the right price. You're not going to get confused with any of the prices now because it's always right because it updates as we go.
Oh, right.
So how many batteries do you have to replace on a monthly basis?
On the shelvings.
I don't even know if they run out.
Yeah.
I know where you can go to find them.
Yeah.
Aisle, what was it?
For the batteries.
Yeah. Well, is that unique to here or is it in other stores as well?
I believe it's been slowly rolled out,
Okay.
but it's the first time I've seen it and the first time I've got to play around with it. So I'm still learning as much as everyone else.
So how do they make the changes?
It's all centralised, so it all just updates without me doing anything.
Wow. Unbelievable.
You can do that.
Yeah. And thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We're giving away one of our gift cards here to your wonderful store. Now, the smart store environment seems to be evolving, doesn't it? I mean, you don't get that sort of thing with the established stores. This is sort of really future-proofing, high-tech. You've got the direct-to-boot stuff, all that sort of online shopping. And the smart shelving. It's really evolved over time. I mean, you've been there for 10 years. You've seen a lot of change?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, walk into a store like this and you sort of pinch yourself and think, is this still a Woolies? Because it's so different, and it makes it so easy for myself and the team and the customers. Like, just everything. Like, with these new tickets, it tells us when we run out.
Wow.
Which is just absolutely amazing. And
does it give you a beep on your phone?
You can actually hold your phone up to the tickets and it will give you the information of that product. It will just load up on your phone. So everyone give that a go.
That's just too tech for me.
Yeah. It excited me.
Give the kids the phone and they can play with it.
Yeah. Crikey, you never know what you finish up with an order. All right, so obviously you're enjoying it here.
Loving it, absolutely.
Yeah. And were you here when the place was bare floor and no shelving and all that sort of stuff?
I got here when the shelves are up and the aisles were empty. So
wow.
Yeah, so
a bit surreal.
Yeah, and looking around now and seeing every aisle full, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
And it's marvellous how many different products you've got on the shelves since that day.
It is, and trying to remember where they all go. It's been a bit difficult, but we're getting there.
You just check the price tag of your phone.
Yeah, use my phone. And, the Woolies app is fantastic for that. Like, it can even tell you where stuff is. So I just whip it out now when customers ask, or type in the product and tells me where it is. I look like I know what I'm doing.
That's the main thing.
Exactly,
Confident shopper.
No worries.
How many people in your team then, Nick?
So we're sort of broken up into 2 teams. So we've got the evening guys that fill the aisles for us, and then probably the easier job, ours, which is more the customer service base. I think there's probably about 20, 25 team members.
Wow.
There's quite a few of us, which is really exciting.
Excellent. Good stuff.
All right, well, thank you very much for coming on and give us your slide of things, and thank you for doing that at the last minute as well.
I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
It sounds like you're loving the place.
I absolutely do.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks,
Nick.
This is Bill and Craig at the Kallo Town Centre. Back to Craig and back to David in the studio. Thank you, David.
Let's go back now to Kallo Town Centre and the Plenty Valley outside broadcast team.
Thank you, David. We're here at the Kallo Town Centre. If you want to come and have a chat to us, we're here until 2, but the centre's here all the time. So you can come down and check it out. We're celebrating the new Woolworths and associated complex opening today. Open a little bit, grand openings on Thursday, but this is the main day, Saturday. Everyone's coming down and checking it all out. Lots of foot traffic coming through, which is great to see.
And we've been checking it out too.
We've been checking it out as well. We've been looking at all the different venues. We've got another great coffee from the team at Blair's, which is fantastic. And we've been going through the different service departments in the Woolworths, and we're about to engage in the BWS side of things. So we've got Richard here to have a chat to us. G'day, Richard.
G'day, nice to be here, thank you.
We'll have to check his ID because I don't believe he's over 18.
Well, he's got a little sticker on it saying ID 25.
Yes,
I don't know if it's a membership badge or it's one of the things you have to do.
The ID 25 is actually part of our policy. So anyone who comes into our stores who looks under 25 or under, obviously, we ask for an ID just to, protect the community and, ensure that we're doing our part.
You might just pass, Bill.
Oh, yes.
Just.
Me, on the other hand,
if I add up all my fingers, I'm about that age.
Tell us a bit about the story. You've had some experience with Woolworths, and now you're moving across to the BWS arm of the business, I suppose. How's it all going?
So, really good, actually. Yeah, I used to work at Woolworths about 2.5 years ago. I jumped ship to BWS because they demerged as a business, so they're not the same entity anymore, and decided to make a switch. It was Woolies nearly 10 years, so bit of a change up, and come to BWS, and it's been an amazing experience, and been here, as I said, about 2.5 years, and really, really good to get in here. Brand new store as well. My first brand new opening of a store. It's a really great experience and really enjoyed to be here.
We've spoken to Ruben and a couple of others as well about setting the store up from scratch.
Yes.
The challenges involved in that, knowing what stock to provide, if there's any specialist requests. I think you mentioned you're looking into some local areas, local businesses as well to bring some lines in.
Yes, we are, exactly. So I know there's a lot of... in the area in particular, there's a lot of different gin distilleries and a lot of winery regions as well. We want to get them in here and get as much local as we can in. I find a big part of being BWS and providing to the locals is if we can get some sort of local product in that no one's really tried, no one might have heard before. Gives back to the locals as well as some interesting new products for people to try.
Gives you a bit of specialist knowledge too locally to say, hey, we've got these great areas of produce in the local area.
Yes.
Go and support them. So if they're not here, or if you're running out of stock or something, you can go straight directly to the supplier, and they've got a good recommendation from yourself to go and check it out.
No, exactly right. And again, supporting the locals is a big thing that we like to do as well. And just getting different products in and trying different things, as well as just getting those local ranges. It's a really key thing.
And I understand you've had some requests for different products from the locals in the last few days.
Yes. So big surprise on some products that we weren't expecting to have range. So obviously some stuff that not every BWS carries, and we carry a lot of the base range and expanding on some different key categories. But we had to then since we've gotten in here, we've had different requests for different products, and we're looking at trying to get all that stuff ranged in in the next 2-3 week period and just trying to get all that stuff arranged.
We're finding a lot in the local community as we're going through the departments today. A lot of that sort of community focus around particular products or things like that people need for this area, or have some sort of traditional custom or culture towards those sort of products.
Cultural issues,
yeah. So it's been great to be able to support that.
Yeah, no, exactly right, and that's the thing. Yeah, obviously this community never had anything for the last 10 years of it growing. It's now that we're here, we want to really show that we are here to support them. You want something in particular between BWS or Woolworths, we're more than happy to try to get that stuff in for you and support you in any way we can with that sort of stuff.
And it's a growing area too, Cloverton. It's going to be huge in the next little while.
Massive.
So is the store big enough?
Well, I'll put it to you this way: it's one of the more bigger BWSs in Victoria. So
right.
It's actually quite a large store. So we have a huge range of different products for many different areas, and we're rated one of the. I had state manager in yesterday visiting us here, and it was very pleasant to see how the store looks and the size of it. It's really quite a big store. We can grow into a lot of different things.
Excellent. And I did ask you for a product, but you're not going to get it in for me, and that was the Grange. Where do you hide the Grange?
The Grange, yes, unfortunately, yes.
It's on top of the fake balloons here.
Yes. In there, mate, in there.
Oh, right. And setting the store up, is there a standard setup for BWS, or did you have, because it's a bigger store, did you have to alter that setup?
So our range and trade team, they make their sort of, the layout of what most stores are and how planograms work, and then we come in and go, we can do better. So we did change a couple of things here and there just to make our stuff fit better, make more sense.
Yeah.
So there is always a bit of a personal swing on anything we do.
Right. And how many products do you actually have?
Oh, now you're asking the hard questions.
Okay.
It's like something over 2,000.
Wow.
2,500 at least.
And how do you keep track of everything?
It's just through experience, really. As I said, I've been here from the start. So pretty much every box in that store I have touched in some way, splitting from a pallet or putting the product on the shelf.
Yeah.
And you just kind of remember and learn where everything is. And, it's mainly just about trying to make sure that we can give good customer service. So,
and as you're selling the stuff, you're casting your eye over it and you see where the holes are and all that sort of thing, and you top up. Yeah.
Exactly right. Until our system properly kicks in at the end of this week, because obviously we're a new store.
Yeah.
Anything that's kind of in that, I'm manually ordering to make sure that we have the supply for the community, because it's, being a new store, there's some things that limit us until after a certain date.
Yeah. Because you're learning, aren't you?
Exactly right.
Like the audience.
Some things we went, that won't sell. Hotcakes, mate. Very, very quickly.
Spring Carnival's coming up.
Yes.
Always a lot of attention on stores like yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
What could we be looking at? Is there any trends in these sorts of things, like in particular special events?
So every sort of special event is always going to be different. So I know Spring Carnivals, you always think of your, bubblies, your sparklings, and we're going to go, again, quite heavily in that range. We're going to build some nice, big, sort of gorgeous displays. We have some wine barrels that have been coming in, shipped in from a local winery soon, that we can build displays on and everything. Just waiting for them to show up is the main thing. So, but we're going to be building some big displays like that.
Have you seen a swing from the normal bubbly over to Prosecco, or?
In some stores, yes, you'll find that there is, the normal bubbly to Prosecco's. There is that sort of swing sometimes.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in this store yet. Wine sales haven't been really a big thing in this store yet, as far as I can tell. But at the same time, it's still, early days. We're only day 3, so
especially we start getting some of the locals in as well.
Exactly.
They'll start to promote that they're a local supplier as well. So there's a two-way opportunity there, isn't
because
there?
I've gone off the normal bubbly.
Yeah.
I thought you were going off wine. So it's a surprise to me.
And I really enjoy a Prosecco.
Yeah.
Even when I go out, I will have a Prosecco as an aperitif to clean the palate.
Yeah, it's a bit more light and refreshing. I know that's why.
Yeah.
A lot of people are switching.
And it doesn't hurt as much in the pocket.
Oh, yes.
Do you have to do any sort of that sort of training, like, knowing the sort of types of
do you have to
products
do
you have? Do you have to do
tastings?
tastings? Do you have to do any courses or anything like that?
So when it comes to BWS, we have this great little thing that we have. It's a free thing that we offer to any team and everything. It's called Small Batch Learning. And it pretty much goes through through the tasting palettes of different products, goes through where they come from and how they're actually produced, so we can give back to the community on great recommendations, as well as we do actual in-store tastings on certain products. We switch them out all the time. Someone wants to taste something, we're allowed to do that. Obviously, over age 18, we got to make sure.
Yeah, of course.
But we can do all that sort of stuff as well, and actually offer you to try something before you take the plunge and pay your own money for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I went to a Croatian restaurant some time ago, and they taught me a lesson there that they have their white meat with red wine and their red meat with white wine. Does that come out in your training?
So that's actually quite the opposite of what we're normally shown. So normally with us, it's red meats, red wines pair perfectly with that. Especially as well, we have some red wines that have more of a chocolatier or a bit of the
Shirazes and the...
Exactly right. They all have their sort of different taste profiles. And so, a Shiraz or a Grenache or a Pinot Noir will pair very differently with different cuts of meat and style, especially how you prepare them as well.
Yeah. And what do you like as a retailer? What do you like to have at home?
Oh, me, I like to have a mixture of everything. I'm more spirits and based on what I drink, but when it comes to wine at home, I tend to have a couple Pinot Noirs laying around the house somewhere.
You like the lighter styles of red?
Yeah. Not the real heavy reds that just kind of sit with you. Like Pinot Noir is a bit lighter and a bit more refreshing, I find.
You want to try a Durif? Heavy as.
Heavy as, no.
They're about the colour of that speaker.
Bad time after that, that's for sure.
Yeah. No, that's but it's interesting the development that you and the rest of your team go through, and it's good because you can give... I'll walk in and say, look, I'm having lamb and plum pudding for Christmas. What do I put with it? In your lamb, you'd probably put your Pinot.
Yeah, exactly.
And with your plum pudding, you'd probably put a muscat or something like that.
Exactly. And all the team as well. We have some real... I hired everyone for the team, and they're all new, but they're all still learning.
Yep.
And that's the thing. They're all, again, going on that small batch. We're all getting on there. We're all learning again. Just trying to make sure that we can give those recommendations that you're after. Exactly right, because we want to make sure the sport is.
Absolutely.
Are they locals as well, the ones you've employed?
Yeah, pretty much anyone. Like the team member currently I have is about 3 minutes from the store, so she was very lucky and very happy to get a job here. Walks to work. A couple of the other teams, Craigieburn region, one in Mickleham and all that. Myself from Wallen, not too far away, so we're all pretty close to the store here, actually.
So you would have been going past this area for many months, going to work and seeing it all develop.
Yes, have been, and seeing it grow and all that.
Yeah, great. All right, thank you very much for coming on today, Richard. It was very informative, and all the best with your store.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it for having me. Yeah. Okay.
This is where we tell everyone that there's a wine segment that's on Vo Lifestyles every Sunday.
The first Sunday of the month I have a wine segment from 8:30 till 8:45, and on the third Sunday of the month I have a food segment as well to go with it.
Could not tell you had that knowledge in you.
Yeah.
At all.
Well, after many years, I've developed a little taste.
Thanks, Richard, for joining us.
Thank you, Richard. And it's Bill and Craig. Back to you in the studio, David. Thank you very much.
And let's pop back to Kallo Town Centre and Craig and Bill.
Thank you, David. This is our last cross for the day, and I've been very, very pleasantly surprised by what we've come up with today. And we've got Ruben with us, and he's the store manager at the Kallo Town Centre for Woolworths. And we've interviewed a lot of his staff to find out what services that are being provided in the store. And one of the things that has come across is the commitment to the customer. and how they're committed to providing the product and providing what the customer needs. So,
especially with the local slant on it as well.
Yeah.
The local community, listening to their needs and listening to the customer locally as well, which can be a little bit daunting at times, getting all that feedback. I need to do all these things. You can't do everything, but it sounds like you've got a good relationship with the local community already, which is obviously going to build over the next couple of years, which is fantastic.
So how do you feel now? You've been working this place for a whole long time, of 3 days. How's it gone from your perspective as someone that's looking after the area?
Bill, to be honest, overwhelmed with the positive feedback we've had. The community's embraced us. Following some of the Facebook pages, the commentaries, and we've got our own voice of customer measure where some of our members send us feedback. We're at 100, which is as high as it gets.
Wow.
So it's overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah.
And they can't fault us, and the common theme is friendly team.
And the mix of customer here is you've got a whole range of family units coming through, and there's a lady over here at the moment with her 2 kids, and there's some with 3 or 4 kids coming in, and grandma and grandpa bringing the young kids along as well. So it's a range of people and communities.
That's right. There's a mixture, diverse sort of clientele and customer base. So we cater for all, Bill. Just come down and check it out.
Oh, exactly. I'll have to check it out for my Cup Carnival. I can get some plates made up, hot and cold. But I'm more looking at the lobster and the champagne. So I've got lobster and champagne taste, but I haven't got the money.
Common theme.
Yeah.
Common theme.
So everything that we asked everybody, it was really about providing that customer service and the products for the customers. And I'm just I am overwhelmed by how gracious they've all been.
Yeah, look, I've got a committed team, an incredibly proud store manager to be leading this bunch of guys. Yeah, it's going to be a successful store here, that's for sure, and the team that I've got behind me will make sure.
And credit to yourself. I mean, you've had to build this from scratch, so you're doing all the interviews, making sure you get the right people in the right positions and all that sort of stuff. So credit to yourself as well, and all that sort of great work behind the scenes. It takes a lot of time out of your organisation, but at the same time, you're getting the good results as well.
Craig, thanks. Yeah, it was a tedious process. Over 500 interviews I had to sit in and ensure we picked the right fit for each department, and I think we've got the right team for sure.
Yeah,
and you got a mix of young and a mixture of accomplished members of staff as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So like we trade from 7 a.m. till 10 p.m, but we manned. The store's manned pretty much 24 hours a day. So we cater for all ages, whether it's young students or the mums they do the school drop-offs and they've got some time in between, or the uni students that can work in the afternoons as well.
So you cater for all their local needs as well?
Absolutely.
Oh, right. Yeah. And I want to know, where did you find Nick?
Nick's one of a kind, isn't he?
Yeah, he sure is. Yeah, we threw him in at the deep end, and he responded quite well.
No,
so you've trained him up well.
He's doing a good job.
No, and your Paige, she's been terrific, helping us out as well, and she's been bringing all the different interviews up and keeping them on the ball for us. So thank you very much for allowing us to come in today and expose the community to what we're doing and what you're doing as a store and providing the services that I never knew about. So thank you very much.
Absolute pleasure, guys, and thanks for coming down. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you very much. Well, we're just about ready to sign off, so I better give some thank yous. I thank Charlene for back in the studio, and also David Nicholas. Also Nick King for helping out with preparing all the technical information, or all the technical bits and pieces for us. Craig, my co-compere, and a co-presenter, sorry. And to Ruben and all your staff, thank you very much for that. And even Richard here at BWS have all been delightful to talk to, and have really given me encouragement about how the retail sector is going, and the passion that people have within that sector to provide a service.
You know what I've enjoyed about it too is that some of them are coming, I don't know how to string a sentence together, and then we have segments for about 7 or 8 minutes. It's like they're just naturals at the end of it.
Exactly.
They'll be media professionals before you know. You'll be a media team ready to go.
Don't be stealing my team, boys.
Hey, that's an idea. They're well trained.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ruben.
Pleasure.
This is Bill McGillivray and him.
Craig Wright, yes. Thanks, Bill, for your help today.
Signing off for another OB, and we'll be back tomorrow at the Epping CFA for their open day. So we'll be back there from 10 o'clock tomorrow morning as well.
I love the local news.
I love the music variety.
And all the local sport. 24 hours a day. It's all local. 88.6 Plenty Valley FM.